So after we get a few people on here, I am going to give my story. This is my first live. Let me just say that. This is my first live. So over on TikTok, I've been going live for years on Instagram. But after we get a few more people on here, I want to kind of give my story as to how I got started, how I became an entrepreneur, because I never planned on being an entrepreneur. So just kind of give my story a little bit. Creole Peach, hello. How are you? How's it going? Let's see how I can share this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, once I get at least like 5 people on here, I'll start talking. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? So we got 3 people. So, yeah, like, and if you guys have any comments or questions or anything, feel free to drop your questions. Drop your questions. Get a few more people on here. Do you guys know if you could save the lives or not? Like, when I say I don't know, I don't have a clue about TikTok. Like, literally last week I had 100 and something followers, and I've had those for the last couple of years, because like I've been just so like stuck on Instagram. Like that's my platform over there. So I said, let me try to get more acquainted over here. I think at the end you'll get the option. Okay, cool. So maybe I'll just go ahead on and get started. I guess we could wait for 2 more people. But one thing I can say is TikTok is different. It's quite different than Instagram. Like, the people are a little bit more interesting. Whereas like, oh, you here? Okay, cool. I was getting ready to start telling my story. So I think you can, let's see. Let me see. How do I do it? Do you see something where you could send me a request? She said, how do I join? Neither one of us know. That's so funny. So it's not interact. When I was on earlier, a couple people came live with me, but I don't know how. Let me see if I click on your name. I don't know. Let's see. Comment, give, support, pause. I don't know how to get you on here. So this is showing like a list of my friends, but I don't know. Encourage your viewers. I don't know, ma'am. Oh, let's see. Nope. Black man report. I have no idea how you do it. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So if you figure it out, just I think you have to send me a request. I think you may have to go to your settings and allow people to join your lives by request. But remember, like, well, you probably wasn't on. When I was on a few minutes ago, people were just like popping up like on the side to go live with me. But I don't know how they were getting there. Hmm. I don't know. So, so me and Sierra is gonna go live together, but until she comes on, I just want to just pretty much tell you guys like how I became an entrepreneur. So, let's see. Nope, that's not it. Like I clicked on her name. Friends. Yeah, I don't know. So, so June 1st of 2016, I went to work. I had a 9 to 5. And I don't say like I worked paycheck to paycheck because like my paychecks weren't quite enough. So I commuted into San Francisco. You may have to go into your settings and allow people to join your lives by request. Oh, that's the same comment. Yeah, people were adding me when I was on a few minutes ago. And so, drop my kids off. Oh, I found it. It was a little thing down here, something, but I don't see it.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So how come okay, so how this is so crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see how I can get you to see me. Oh my god. This is crazy.
Like this is new territory over here for us.
Seriously. Wait a minute. And I don't want to hit the X because I'm afraid it's gonna X us out.
Right, because I see the X up here on my side too.
It's not even giving me an option to like turn the camera on or nothing. Like what? What
Hmm.
did you press? How was you able to accept me? I mean to invite me?
So there's a little thing down here that says like multi guests, and
Okay.
then I was able to like go live with you.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Hey, girl.
Wait, is everything on? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you and hear you.
All right. All right. All right.
Yes. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. No complaints.
Me too. I can't complain.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just gonna give a little bit of back history, just like about my story, and then
Yes.
kind of
Tell
take it
it.
from
Tell,
there.
tell it.
Um, and so yeah, so June 1st, 2016, I commuted from Vallejo to San Francisco. I took, I dropped my kids off at school, and I went to work. And so I sat in my office and I just like looked around. I'm looking at like my kids' pictures on the wall, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what is going on? And so I had never quit a job before without having a better job lined up. I was a single parent, I had 2 kids, but I was struggling. I had a decent paying job looking back, absolutely not. But then, considering I had a decent paying job, but I was still struggling. And so I just kind of looked around my office and I'm like, I'm out of here. But again, like I said, I was struggling. I was a single parent. Um, I had 2 children. I have 2 children. And like, when I say the repo man was probably looking for my car, like that is no cap. Like I was really, really struggling, but I was done. Like I was really like tired of just like the hustle and the bustle. And um, so what did I do? So I left and I went and sat in my car and I was like, oh my God, like what did I just do? Like, what did I just do? And so I sat in my car and I called my boss and I was like, and I knew she wasn't there yet because I was usually the first one in the office. I was a case manager at a drug treatment program. And so I sat in my car and I called and left a message like, I'm not coming back. Like, I am not coming back. And so I signed up for Uber. I never did anything like that before. Like I've always had like office jobs and stuff like that. And so I signed up for Uber and I drove Uber. I got approved like the next day or something. And so what I would do is I would drive the same hours that my kids were in school because we had a commute. So we commuted to San Francisco every day, dropped my kids off, and then I would do Uber during those hours. However, I knew that wasn't like it or the end. So So then that was, like I said, I quit June 1st of 2016. And so by January of 2017, no, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened. So I was on Facebook, and prior to me like becoming an entrepreneur, I never cared for social media. I've been an introvert my whole life. I'll be 42 this year. I was literally an introvert until I was 36 and a half or something like that, 37, right? And so I was on Facebook and I saw this lady had posted something that somebody I know. And so I was like, it was like a screenshot of something from like Amazon. So I was like, I sent her a message like, what is that? Because it said like $500,000 or something. I'm like, what is that? And so she called me and she told me that she was doing drop shipping. I never heard the word term drop shipping. She said something about drop shipping and she mentioned Shopify. I never heard of Shopify. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And so she was like, I have this really cool mentor. Like, I'm going to have my mentor give you a call to the list. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm a researcher by nature. So till this day, I've never gotten a call from the mentor. Let me be clear. Never got the call. But what I did is I did the research and I started a Shopify store. I didn't know anything about tech. I didn't know nothing about any of that. I made a Shopify store and I started drop shipping hair. And like a week or two later, so the lady is her mom and my mom were friends. And so she was like, oh, you don't play. I was like, you mentioned two things to me. I did some research and then boom. And so January of 2017, I started selling hair. I ordered from a couple of different vendors in China. And so in March of 2017, I made $11,000. And I was like, oh, wait, you can make money like this without going to a job. Not that I ever had a job making that type of money, but I was just like, what? Like, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so I was like, oh my God, like, you know? And so in April, the beginning of April, I reached out to my vendor in China. I was like, I'm coming to China. And she was like, oh, I've never met anybody from the US. And I'm like, I'm coming to China. Mm-hmm. And April 24th of 2017 was the first time that I went to China. Wow. No translator, no nothing. Like, I called my best friend and I was like, yo, he was like, let's do it. And we went to China just like blindly, went out there. And it was a very, very different experience. But, you know, I've been back several times since, but it was a very different experience. And so that's pretty much how my journey started. Is just like that. I was selling the hair, but then I was thinking back to like, okay, this hair is doing this. So I'm trying to wrap my mind around like the struggle is over. Like, I am no longer struggling. Like, this is it. Like, I'm going to sell 1 million things till one make me $1 million. Right. And so of course I had to start changing my mindset. Like, mindset is very, very, very important. And so I started kind of shifting my mindset. Initially, I didn't have much money to invest, but I never slid in nobody's DMs like, oh, can you please help me? Like, I figured it out until I had enough money to invest in classes and different things like that. Like, I just did my thing or whatever. And so then I started giving pop-up shops and I came out with a t-shirt line. I just started doing a lot of different things. And so October of 2017, flew out to Houston, came to a seminar, and came to the seminar with Boss Lady, Meek, for those of you guys that know Meek, and the other Meek. And I was like, dang. And so I learned a lot of information. So I was like, I need to put people on, like, every single thing that I have learned along my journey. I'm like, I got to put my people on. Anybody that know me, they know that's me. Like, of course I need to make money. I have to feed my kids or whatever. However, my passion is helping people. And I can honestly say, from the selling of the hair, the t-shirts, the pop-up shops, the whatever, like, I really start making money when I really focused on helping people. And I used to always tell people, like, my passion is helping people, but helping people is not going to make me rich. I have a different outlook now. Okay, of course I'm not rich. I ain't gonna say of course. I'm not rich yet.
Right.
However, I know that helping people will
Oh,
make me rich. You
right.
get what I'm saying? So that's just kind of in a nutshell, but
That's
that's
a
like the
story.
beginning. Huh?
That's a dope story.
Yeah, that's like the beginning. One more point I'll make, and then we're gonna get over to Sierra because the story is longer, of course. But one more thing I'm gonna say is, um, so in September 3rd, 2017, I gave.
You back?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Because Instagram
Okay.
got you.
Okay. Exactly. I put it on Do Not Disturb. So September 3rd, 2017, I gave an event, like a pop-up shop. So I had vendors and stuff like that. So I gave a pop-up shop, but I hired a host to speak because I was scared to talk in front of people. So I hired a host to speak. And so, she did her thing or whatever. What's interesting is that spot is like across the street from where Meek University is. That's crazy too. But anyway, hired this host. So there was some lady there, didn't know the lady from a can of paint, and she wanted to pray for me. And so then she prayed for me. And after she prayed, everybody's like, speech, speech, speech. And so I was like, oh my God, like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die. And so, like, I grabbed the mic and I started speaking, and I ain't stopped speaking yet because I realized people needed to hear from me. Like, people needed to hear my story. They needed to understand that I struggled, that I was working paycheck to paycheck. I didn't have cars repoed. I didn't have 3-day notices. I didn't have overdrawn bank accounts, like all of that. But I didn't make no excuses. I didn't blame nothing on nobody. Oh, it's their fault. No, you have to take accountability for your own life. And, what I can say about my story is California is high as hell, you know. However, that's where I'm from, born and raised there, and you do, what you used to doing. So anyway, I started speaking September of 2017, and I have not stopped speaking since. And I have used my voice to help other people to help people shift and change their mindsets. I've helped a whole lot of people make a whole lot of money, and I still feel like I'm just getting started. So that's who I am. If you guys want to hear the whole story, I have my ebook it's the first link in my bio right now. It's normally $97. It's $20 right now. Ain't no fluff. You guys don't get to know me over here on TikTok. If you know me, it ain't no fluff. This is me. Whether you come meet me in person, whatever it is, this is me. This is who I am. But in my ebook, it's like 40 something pages. It gives my story about how I quit my 9 to 5, how I built a multi 6-figure business on social media, how I helped other businesses. It have the steps to start a business. It have the steps to build business credit, and it have the steps to monetize social media as well. If you guys don't know, I have a TV show, Meets Digital Millionaires. Y'all see I got on a t-shirt. And Sierra is on the show. So all those episodes, all the links are in my bio. All those links are in my bio. But Sierra, tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, good evening, everybody. What are you TikTok? My name is Ciara, and I am a permanent makeup artist. I specialize in eyebrows. And why I got started in the industry is because a little backstory about me as well too is prior to getting into the beauty industry, I've worked my 9 to 5s. And the last job that I held, I was a receptionist at basically like a male dominated company. And I was really like the only female there. And I was like, they didn't want to give me any benefits. They didn't want to bring me on full time. They wanted to keep me at a part-time basis. And I was like, you know what? I have a whole child that I have to take care of. Like, this is not going to work. Like, I need something a little bit more stable. Because, I grew up in a traditional household where you have to work a job for 20 to 30 years, however many years, and retire and get a pension, get benefits and all of that good stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that for some people, but for me, I just didn't feel like that was the end all be. So I was like, I have to figure out what my niche, whatever that may be. I wasn't sure what it was. And I didn't know how to tap into it at that time. But a friend of mine had mentioned to me, she was like, there's this thing trending right now. It's called micro. So this was like around the 2015, 2016 year. But she was telling me about it for me to get it done on myself because I've never had eyebrows. Like my eyebrows are tattooed right now. And so from childhood to high school to college, like if you ever saw me, you never saw me without eyebrows. So she was like, you should get that done, girl, so you can save yourself a couple of minutes in the mirror in the morning time and on your routine. So I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to look into it. So I looked into it. And then I was like, oh, I can learn how to do this as opposed to having the service actually done on me. Another thing that I want to make sure that I don't skip over as well, too, is not only did I work 9 to 5 jobs, but I definitely did get caught up in a little bit of trouble in my life too. So along with getting in trouble with the law, as well as working 9 to 5 jobs, I realized that the life of illegal crime was one, not for me. And two, I realized that working a 9 to 5 job just wasn't cutting it for me as well either. One, I am a college graduate, but sometimes people don't look past that once you say you have a criminal record. Like, I can show you all my accolades. I can prove to you that I'm a very smart woman. I know how to hold a conversation. I know how to switch it on and switch it off. But sometimes people just can't see past the mistakes that you've made in your life. So that's another reason why I wanted to push forward and try to do something where I can leave my legacy behind for my child. So anyway, moving on. I was like, oh, I could learn how to do this myself. You know what I'm saying? So I got some information about a class. Actually, I went with a girl who was based on the West Coast, but she was coming over to the East Coast to do the training. So when she came over, I took the training with her. And I was like, this is something I could do, especially since I had been doing my own brows for years, right? But things are not as easy to do on other people as it is on yourself sometimes. You know how you can master doing your own hair, but when it's time to do somebody else's hair, you be like, what the hell? So I was practicing. All my friends and family let me practice on them. And they only let me practice on them because they seen how for years I had mastered doing my own. So they was like, oh, you're going to kill this. Because I watched you in the mirror. So you're going to kill this. Right. But I'm nervous. So I was still working my 9 to 5 job. I did not quit. I did not get fired because that's just not what I am. I'm not a quitter. So I was still working my job, and I happened to land a gig working at a salon on the weekends, after work, and on the weekends. So I was doing that, and while doing that, I got laid off from my job. So I said, you know what? I think I need to use this as an opportunity to go full throttle with this and take it to the next level. So I did just that. I got laid off from my job, and then I went back to school because in the state that I'm in, it requires a whole lot more education to do what it is that we do. So I went back to school to learn the whole thing, the eyeliner, the lips, everything. And I've been doing this ever since. I first got certified to do brows in 2016. And now we're in 2022, and I have my own space. I'm on Meek's show, Meek's Digital Millionaire. There's so much more in store for me. I'm working on my products. I have some digital products that are about to drop. So I have like a lot of things in the works because I do know too that even though I love doing brows, me actually using these 2 hands to do brows every single day is not going to make me rich either. Like I have to have products, sell stuff digitally. That's the only way, especially in the world that we live in now.
Right. So when your tour gonna kick off?
Now that I haven't mastered down because I've been having some difficulties with these products, and it kind of did put me in a bad space. But I brought it back, and you said something earlier that made me think like this is exactly why I had to talk with myself. Like, I don't care what you go through. Don't make no excuse, girl. Like, so what?
And two, just to see what you need as far as, what you need to help with the digital stuff and all of that too, because I'm getting ready to have a videographer come in and do. I kind of have an issue with the pre-recorded stuff because I don't like it for myself, but some people like that style. It works for some people. So I think what I'm gonna do though, instead of having like a business credit course that I could do could be like 3 hours. I think I'm gonna like break some stuff down. Like I don't want to have anything longer than an hour. Like I want to have different modules because people's attention spans aren't that long. So we have to give it to the people how they need it. So yeah. But I have my platform and stuff being put together to where one thing about it, those digital products, they're gonna sell themselves. That's money in your sleep, especially if you record them, you have them on a platform, you know, you put your all into them, you have like the guides and the workbooks and all that stuff to go with them, and then boom, you know.
Now, I ask you a question, Meek, because I notice more free, and I try not to let it bother me because I'm very much so a whole grown woman with a child, and I've lived life, still living. But how do you deal when you feel like people in your area? I know you moved from the West Coast to now like the Midwest, to say, right? How do you feel like if there's people who are doing kind of like the same thing as you, but you feel like you're getting hate thrown your way? How do you deal with that?
So I'm gonna be totally honest about. So in the Bay Area where I'm from, there's not a lot of people doing much of anything. There are a few, a very, very few, but like people like, oh, meet you to go. I'm like, well, where am I go? Like I need to go and mastermind with some people that got way more money than me, way more knowledge. Like, where are my people at? Right. And so people in the Bay did not take me serious. Like I tell people all the time, when I made my first six figures, 2% came from the whole state of California. Let me be clear. 2% came from the whole state of California. The bulk of my money till this day still comes from other places. I hate Atlanta. And up until a year ago, the bulk of my money came from Atlanta. I had never even been to Atlanta, right? So circling back, saying all that to say is you just keep doing you. You just keep doing you. The issue that I've had, and again, not necessarily in the Bay Area because there's not many people doing much anyway, and especially the stuff that I do. I genuinely want to see people win and eat and make money and take care of their families and break generational curse. Like I really, really want that, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody out there is so like, oh, you know, holding their hand to the side. They don't want to give up no information. I was running around broke, giving free seminars, not even knowing how I was going to finish paying for the venue, because that's how important it was to me for people to get the information that I had, right? But what's happening now, or what's been happening in the last few years, is once they start seeing certain people mentioning my name and stuff like that, then, oh, Meek, I always knew. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, right? But what has happened on social media is a lot of the girls have seen the different stuff that I do. And early on, I'm gonna be honest, early on, I would be pissed because I'm talking about from my lingo to like going and creating the same type of ebooks and classes. And it used to really, really bother me. And then I got to a point, baby, it ain't me. It ain't me. So if you can take it and you gonna make $10, $1,000, you're gonna make $1 million. That's your business because it ain't me. I sleep good at night because I don't mess over people. I don't do people bad I don't even worry about these people because the thing about it, people are gonna hate on you whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad, whether they don't know what you're doing, what you got going on. Like people are just
people.
Yeah. People are interesting. But I wouldn't worry about it. Like if it's not affecting your money or they not coming too close to where they swerving in your lane to where you can't close your door. All right, listen. If it ain't affecting your bank account, let them people do what they do. We can't control people, right? We can't control the people or what they do. We have control over us and what we do. We have to allow these cutthroat whatever people to be who they are who they are. You know, they are who they are. Yeah. But yeah, I don't too much worry about people. You know, I spend a lot of time alone, a whole lot of time. Like I don't need to be at the this and the that. Like I'm cool right here, chilling alone. You know, because I can see clear, I could think clear. You know, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in the world, in life, just in general. Like sometimes we got to quiet the noise around us. It's some conversations we're going to have to stop having, whether it's with your sister, your cousin, in some situations, your parents, your grandparents. Like, we have to quiet the noise a little bit and just really hone in and focus on our focus. Because it's like these people that we're talking to every day or every other day or whatever, if all hell break loose, they ain't gonna help us make no money. They not gonna pay those bills. So it's like, we just sometimes have to quiet the noise around us so we can get to even further. One of the hardest things I think that I've experienced being an entrepreneur is not being able to take everybody with me. There was like a group of people. I'm like, I was saying this before I was even an entrepreneur, before I even knew that I was going to be as successful as I have gotten, where I was like, everybody going with me. And I still feel that way. But you got to be marching to the same beat.
Yeah.
You got to be marching to the same beat. Some of these people, we're going to have to kind of lead them behind. Ain't no hard feelings. It ain't no, ooh, I'm acting like this. It's none of that. I'm on my way somewhere and you still stuck and cool over there. I can't, I'm not.
That's like that saying our parents would say to us growing up. I could, what is it, a donkey or whoever, you could bring them to the water, but you can't make them drink or something like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, baby, when I tell you, it ain't a single soul walking the face of this earth that has ever called me friend. That when I got on, I didn't try to put them on. I'm talking about drug them through the mud. Like, hey, my credit was jacked up. Like, I wanted to make it my business to help my friends get their credit together. When I started a business, they was doing little stuff. I call them like, hey, you could do this, this, and that. You could do this to make some money. You could do that. They didn't want to do it. But I sleep good at night because they know and I know. Mm-hmm. They know and I know that I have gone above and beyond to make sure that my friends were in position.
Yeah. They gotta want it too. That's true.
They do. And that's always been one of my issues, and which kind of goes back to the reason I quit my 9 to 5. I was a case manager at a drug treatment program. I didn't know some of those ladies from a can of paint. Like, and some of them were young, like even younger than me. And I would get them in my office like, what the hell are you doing with your life? Like, there's so much to life. Like, what is going on? I would literally get them in my space to try to understand. But what I realized is I was doing more work than them. And it was draining me. So I've experienced that with my friends because I will literally, it could be midnight and I think of something like, oh, she could do this, this, and that, and like make her some money. And I'm not giving you no fluff. You got me, you got me. And that's even the same with people that pay me money for something. You already see what's going on. I ain't even saying much, but I'm like, hey, we finna do this, we finna do that. Because one thing about it, I don't care how much you pay or you invest or do whatever with me. I got you. I got you. And I'm going to keep you going no matter what. Like, I got you. Whatever you need from me to strategize to whatever you can get from me. But the thing is, you have to want it.
Yeah. You got to be willing to do the work too.
You got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to show up. You got to be consistent. You can't sit in the background talking, oh, they're not supporting me. Oh, my cousin didn't. That's your cousin money. And when you woke up and decided to be a business owner, you did that. They don't have to support you. That's their money. If they don't want to repost you till you popping, you just take mental note and remember that. But as far as like
people, when they start a business, don't look for your family to be your first time supporters. I hate
6 figures, 2% came from California, and I've been there my whole entire life. And it's not that I feel nobody was hating on me or nothing like that. For one, if you're one of the first people in your family or in your friend group that's changing the narrative to go be an entrepreneur, they kind of like, oh, you think? I have a cousin to this day. She's 76 years old. When I quit my job, she was like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And I was like, yeah, maybe. But then once she seen me make it, she was like, now she on the phone. Ooh, that Tamika, she doing it. When I bought my house, right?
I know it was like.
But that's the thing, like they don't understand it. They don't understand.
It's different.
When I bought my house, I did not tell her. I got my house built. And so I didn't tell her because I was so stressed out just about the process. Because I'm like, I don't want these underwriters to do nothing crazy. So I didn't tell her until I felt confident, like this is getting ready to happen. You moving to Texas? Are you crazy? And so I'm like, maybe. But the day I closed on my house, she sent me $1,500. Go buy something. People don't believe in you until you believe in yourself. People don't believe in you until you believe in yourself. It is your duty and your responsibility to believe in yourself and to go do whatever it is that you need to do. It is your duty and your responsibility. If you grew up struggling or anything like that, it's your responsibility to make sure that your kids don't have to get it out the mud like you did.
That's very true.
You know? Now, if your kids just decide that they want to get it out the mud, then that's another story. You know?
We have plenty of stories like that. You can do the best you can do as a parent, but your child is still going to want to do what they want to do at the end of the day.
My daughter, 22, she got 2 jobs. Hey, I'm your mother. There's no way in hell. It ain't no business that you could possibly want to do that I can't help you with.
Yeah. She definitely just want to do her own thing.
She got to want it. It's like when I was going to China in 2019, she was in college. I was buying her like the little 2-piece outfits and stuff, like selling stuff on. Oh, I gave it to them. Why? They finna go to Rainbow and buy the same thing?
Right.
Listen, my son, on the other hand, oh, baby, he gonna sell this whole table I'm sitting on, and he's 12. And he been like that since he was 5, baby. He will sell this whole table from up under me right now.
It's true. It doesn't matter. They gotta want it. That goes back. They gotta want it.
Absolutely.
So true.
Yeah. So what you got going on this evening?
Really nothing. I'm gonna unwind and relax. I just came back from dinner, like I had told you. So I have work in the morning. So
okay.
Really nothing much. I've been really trying to I've been actually paying a little bit more attention to TikTok than I have Instagram lately.
You see where I'm at.
I've been paying much more attention, and my daughter, she does help me, but she like, oh, mommy, you starting to grasp the concept a lot better without my help. I said, because I'm seeing from just really zero in and paying attention, the method to the madness behind this TikTok.
Exactly.
Because I'll go on some people's pages and it has absolutely, totally no momentum. Like, I don't understand it. And they have 400K, 500K, but I see the consistency. Like, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. And if you keep it in your niche and keep it consistent, you can have the same thing.
Boom. Right. That's where I am with it too. I was really getting drained on Instagram just because Instagram is not doing what it was doing, right? Like, let's be honest, it wasn't doing what it was doing, and it just wasn't. It wasn't doing whatever. And so I was like, let me check it out. When I say I've had this account for the last couple of years, but last Thursday I had 100 and something followers. Last Thursday, I got like 2,300 now. My China video went viral.
You did tell me that. You did.
It got 100,000 views right now. What did she say? What do you like about China so much? What I like about China is I make really good money from China. I don't sell any physical products. I take business owners out there to get their products. They're cutting the middleman out. It's simple as that. People are like, oh, you're bringing that stuff and selling it like it's real. For one, I don't sell products. And for two, there's not a single soul associated with me going to buy stuff that they know is not authentic and selling it as if it's authentic. That is absolutely not happening. Most definitely not happening. However, you can make some really, really good money in China because damn near everything is made in China. What a lot of people do not realize about China is I don't care what product or service you sell, it's coming from China.
Yes, ma'am.
But most importantly, it just say you have a vendor that you met on WhatsApp or Google or wherever you met these people at, right? you're dealing with a middleman. I don't care if they told you they were the factory owner. Yeah. I don't care if they told you that they mom is growing hair in her backyard.
Yep.
They're lying. Let me be very, very clear. They are lying. You are dealing with a middleman. And so the price is, we're just going to say, you know, whatever, this calculator right here, you know, if you buy it from Alibaba or something like that, it might be $9. But if you go to China and get it, it's going to be $2.50. Do I trust them? Absolutely. I have a whole team of people in China. I've been to China over 10 times. I absolutely do trust them. Trust them as far as what? Like, they going to keep me? They don't want me. I talk too much.
I have to comment on that China trip stuff because y'all was coming for my girl Meek. I'm like, why they going so hard on her like this about China? That's great. First of all, Meek, before I met you officially, I had went to China too, but I've been following you for a while, so I had seen when you had first went to China, and I think I went maybe a little shortly afterward you because I think it was either the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018. Okay. And the reason why I had went is because I had seen this girl. I don't know if you guys know her. She's on Instagram named I Am Ming Lee. She sells the hair.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And I see she was going out there for the Canton Fair.
Okay.
So I was like, like, you know, I'm in permanent makeup, and a lot of things that I get on the back of it says made in China, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, and I went with nobody. I was just winging it. I said,
you went completely alone.
Completely alone.
Okay.
I took my favorite cousin with me. I said, listen, girl, I got an idea because I'm crazy.
Me too.
I got a crazy idea, girl, but I want to go to China. She's like, for what? I'm like, because the tools and stuff that I use, if I cut out the same thing you just said, if I cut out the middleman, meet the connect, I go there, get it myself, you know, blah, 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 blah. So she like, okay, let's go. Like, she's one of those cousins, like, all right. It didn't take much for me to sell her, you know? Yeah. So we went to the Canton Fair, and then we explored. I seen all the markets. I seen everything that you was talking about. And I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
She wound up moving out there being a teacher, but then she went back. She came home to visit, and then the whole pandemic happened. Because I wanted to go back too, and then the pandemic, like, I waited too long to double back. Yeah. Because then the pandemic happened. Yeah. But when it was coming for you, I was like, why are they going so hard? Everything you using right now probably says made in China in the back.
Right. The thing that was interesting about that video, there was a lot of people that was like, oh, I want to go, whatever. But then, like I said, this is a different culture over here on TikTok versus Instagram. Like, on Instagram, they wouldn't have never played with me like that.
No.
But then I started playing with myself.
Like, let me get down.
I'm like, I ain't taking that shit down. I'm like, I'm not taking it down. But what I start doing, I just start blocking people. Like, some people, you know, voice your opinion. But it's levels to this shit, and I'm going to block you over here. Right? It's levels to it because, like, you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. And so there's a comment on there that went viral because this guy was saying, we are the only ones that go places and call people friend. I said, hold on, sir. The comment went viral. There was like over 100 comments relayed to just this comment, right? And so I never responded to him. Never responded because I was just like, whatever. And then some people was kind of like, no. And so then a lot of people was like, oh, like they would never call you they friend, something. I said, check this out. Let me be very, very clear. I'm not the one that go around, hey, friend, hey, sis. Don't call me sis and don't call me your friend. If we ain't friends, don't call me friend, right? In China, you talk they lingo. I'm not being phony. I'm not finna do it in the States. I ain't, hey, friend. That's not who I am. But in China, I'm going to talk to them how I need to talk to them. Because, like I said on that post, I'm a businesswoman first. Mm-hmm. I am a businesswoman first.
But anybody who's really in business should be able to understand and respect that. That's the thing.
And so then people like, they would never call you friend. They just want your money. And I just want their product for a little bit cheaper. So, hey, friend, remember me? Because the man, the guy, he got me car service back to my hotel one time. Like, don't.
So, hey, friend.
Hey, friend. You, your wife, and your little brother. I got them people a lot of money. So, why was y'all so mad about that? But that's what I'm like. But the thing that I can respect is none of my other posts have nobody got sideways. Because I'm ready to just block you. Because I ain't here for that. I'm here to make some money. I know how to monetize social media. and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to teach whoever want to learn how, I'm going to teach you how. All that other stuff, I ain't with all that. Y'all say that for over there. Like, y'all mad, y'all miserable, y'all angry, y'all probably at y'all 9-to-5s that y'all hate. That is not my problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Right? Let me do what I do in peace. I ain't bothering nobody.
Yes. Because it was when I was looking at the video, I was like, oh, this is a bunch of haters right here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But it, it got me a whole lot of followers. And,
what they always say, whether good or bad, publicity.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What do? I teach business owners how to make money, primarily on social media, but I'm a speaker. Like, I go to different events and I speak. I have taught thousands of business owners in 17 different countries how to monetize social media, how to create digital products, making money in your sleep. Literally, if you don't have digital products, you need to tap in. As a matter of fact, I have a class coming Tuesday and Wednesday, and it is a digital product intensive, because what a lot of people don't realize is they're leaving money on the table by not having digital products. And what's a digital product? It is a ebook, it's a workbook, it's a guide, it's a journal. It can be a Zoom class, it can be on a different platform, it could be pre-recorded, it can be a lot of different things. But real quickly, I'll tell you guys how I accidentally got into digital products, because that was never my thing. I got into digital products. I wrote an ebook, simple ebook on a Word document, and it was how I quit my 9-to-5, and it pretty much just gave my journey. And then in the back of it, it had the steps to start a business. Within 2 weeks, I made $1,000, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So everything I know, I could put on paper and sell it, and not have to do nothing else.
Oh, let me get the writing.
Exactly. And so that's definitely what I did. And so it's like, I don't know how many ebooks that I've created today, but business credit, a lot of them, whole lot. So yeah, I'm also here to make money and capitalize this platform. I mean, and we all should. There's no reason that we're on these free platforms for nothing. Like, I'm not here to scroll and troll. I'm here to learn and make money. Yep. Period. All that other stuff, the people can have it. I'm not with all that. I have to take care of my family. So, yeah.
How you like doing on these lives over here on TikTok?
It seems cool so far. Mm-hmm. It seems cool. So, are you able to see
the comments?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I see the comments.
Okay. Because I was wondering, like, how that works. Yeah.
The screen looks funny to me though, but I know, like, someone on the outside looking in, they probably see us up and down. Because to me,
I see you like in a corner or something.
Yeah, I'm looking like in a small little corner.
Yeah.
Usually when I be hopping on people's live, they like big. I don't know.
We probably got to figure out. Did you change your Hey Shanti? Did you change your thing to a personal account?
No, now I need to change it back. Oh no, you did tell me that. Yeah. I'm gonna check my sentence. I know it's creator, but I don't know if it's personal.
So that's the thing. So I had mine. Mine was a business account. Like, I put in my business too. I did all of that stuff. But then when I start seeing all these posts about you have to do co-host. Oh, what is this?
What is that? Where do you do co-host at?
But see, I see co-host down here. That's what I clicked on earlier. But I didn't see your name over there. So if she's not my co-host, what is she right now?
Yeah, right. So if I'm not the co-host with her, what am I now?
It says go live together.
You guys doing multi. Oh, he said we're doing multi. We're doing multi live. We're not doing.
Oh, so this is our first time on live, both of us. Right. I just got 1,000 followers Wednesday. Yeah, I think Wednesday. So this is our first live.
Yeah,
we new over here. But when I Huh?
I didn't okay, so I started this TikTok in the middle of the pandemic, but I didn't really take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, But lately I'm like, I'm kind of over Instagram. I still on it, but
Of course. Yeah.
I was like, let me really focus on this TikTok stuff. And, now, but when I didn't have nobody to go live with, and I'm just like, all these weirdos would pop up, and I'm like, no, I'm not with the weird shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Me either. So let me tell you something. In 2018 or 19, 2018 or 19, it was 2019. I went to a wealth expo, and Gary, you know who Gary V is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gary V was there. He said TikTok was the next thing. I'm like, my son be on there.
Right.
Right? I'm like, my son be on there. Like, I'm like, oh no, I ain't getting with it. So I did download it. So I just seen a lot about digital marketing. Can you give me some tea before I throw my money away, please? Okay, 1 second. So Gary V said TikTok was gonna be the next thing. I'm like, I ain't doing it. Like, I'm not doing that. This was November of 2019. The pandemic came.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was on TikTok. So I was like, I'm gonna just, reserve Meek University over there, but I'm not getting ready to be doing all that pointing. I ain't gonna be doing all that. And so I was like, damn, Gary V said it. He said it, and it's a trick.
It's crazy. It's really crazy because I really be feeling like when I see certain things, I'm like, well, who's stealing what now? Is Instagram stealing TikTok stuff, or is TikTok stealing Instagram?
They stealing each other's. They stealing each other's stuff.
It's wow.
Yeah. And that's like Facebook is playing with me. So I'm monetizing on Facebook for the reels. Mm-hmm. And so I can potentially make $35,000 a month. I made $152 last month. Like, stop playing with me. They went from giving me $14 per 1,000 views to $2. But I think what it was, I didn't realize you had to actually remove the watermark. I thought you could just crop it.
Oh, for TikTok?
Yeah.
You which app you using which you using to remove?
I was just cropping it. I wasn't using
Use TickSave. Try
okay.
TickSave. I use that. It's
okay.
Good. Okay. One too. I'll send it to you, but TickSave is a good one.
Yeah. So they did. So my reels for the month or whatever, they did reset today, and so now they have some bonuses in there. So like if I got 5 reels that got 100 views, then I got a $20 bonus or something like that. So, excuse me, let me see. But yeah, I'm like, they playing like I said, maybe I need to post the China video back, but see, it ain't gonna go viral over there like it did over here because then people know, so. Mm-hmm. But
it's crazy what will go viral on one app and not on the other.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't even see it because I never log on from the computer. But anyway, so yeah, so you got work in the morning.
So look, people sending you roses is good. That's another thing I learned from being on here too, that when people send you likes and gifts, that makes your live more visible on people's For You page.
But I thought you had to have like 10,000 followers to get the roses and stuff.
Someone just sent you a gift. I seen it.
Oh, thank you. I see all the likes. I sure appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm. Even the likes get your thing on the For You page more, like because I went to the page and it didn't show me you was live. Then I went on the main page and then it came up. I'm like, this is weird.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna figure it out.
Word.
Definitely. That's just like I was saying. So when it comes to, in my mind, like it only makes sense that they're going to allow business owners to make money. But then my friend was like, no, change it to a friend account, because if you have at least 1,000 followers and you've had 1,000 views in the last week or 30 days or something. So I switched it over, and then those were the screenshots that I sent you. But that I closed the business part out and did that.
I'm gonna put mine to personal. As soon as we get off, I'm putting it to personal. I have content created, but I'm putting it to personal and scratching the business. Because if you're gonna pay me, pay me.
Exactly. Exactly. But that's the thing too. Like a lot of us need to really tap into, of course, monetizing from our products and services. But if these free apps are allowing us to make money, like we all need to be making money. Like
Yep.
figure out a way. Go take a
Yep.
class, go do something, go do some
Yep.
research.
Yep.
I'm not a YouTube university person, but hey, if YouTube is your thing, go over to YouTube and figure out what you need to figure out.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Not
a lot of people know this. Right. But like I said, one thing about me, I am a researcher. Like I for sure research. We need to create a network. I agree.
We got to do this again. This was
Yeah,
good.
for sure. For sure.
I'm gonna learn how to get this down packed too. We got to learn how to do this co-host thing.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, when I hit co-host, there's a whole lot of I can scroll, just keep on scrolling.
Is
but
it
I don't see you in there.
Maybe that's your whole follower list.
But no, because I just scroll to the bottom and I don't see you in there.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. We need to create a network. We need a network. We need our own, a lot of stuff. Can you see my question? I don't think I saw your question. But I'm going to stay on here for a minute, Sierra. I'm chilling for a minute. I'm going to stay on
here. You better go right on ahead. I'm clocking out.
Okay. Have a good one.
We always talk. So thank you, honey. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Later.
Okay. It said, uh-oh. Why when I click on see more, I can't see. Okay. So maybe put your question again because I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm new. Y'all gotta bear with me for a minute. That's where you found people. Who's you on that post? So basically, so I don't sell physical products. I take business owners to China. I haven't been able to go since the pandemic. That was in my last trip in 2019. But basically, I take business owners to China to buy products for their businesses. The stuff that I was buying was for business owners that do not want to travel to China. So it was a lot of different things. AirPods, bags, accessories, a lot of stuff. And of course, it was, everything was replica. I don't know why. Anyway, the stuff was replica, but nobody would bring that stuff. Nobody that I know. I know there's a lot of scammers and stuff like that out there. Nobody that I know would go to China, buy that stuff, and then come back and sell it as if it's authentic. Yeah, I don't associate myself with those type of people. So, a low US dollar amount, absolutely. Very, very low. Like I was saying, I use this calculator. China is a game changer. Like I'm seriously mean that. Like it is a game changer. You can go out there. There's a few people that I've taken out there. I've taken almost 100 people there to China, not at one time, on different trips. In 2019, I went to China 6 times. But there's people like my little cousin, for instance, she just wanted to go because she would just kind of like see me out there all the time. So she just wanted to go. She doesn't have a business. She doesn't sell anything, but she went out there and the prices were so cheap till she got some stuff to bring back to sell. There were people like we go to the hair factories and all that stuff. There's people that sell hair that went out there to get hair, but then they got there and saw so many other things, so they just like went crazy. It's the needles for a sew-in. Those needles are like $1.29 per needle. In China, you could get a whole case for a 40 for 99 cents. Like it's just kind of like a no-brainer. How do I bring it back? I have a shipping agent there, so what they do is because when we go out there, we're shopping the entire day. Like a bus picks us up at 9 o'clock and we don't get back to our hotel until 6. So we're shopping the entire time. And so the day, like a day or two before we're leaving, the shipping agents, they'll come to our hotel, they'll pack it all up and they'll ship it. And 9 times out of 10, before we get back to the States, the stuff is already back. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting on China to open. I know a lot of people are like, why would you go back? Why? You guys live your lives how you want to, and let me live mine how I want to. Is it difficult to bring everything back? It's shipped. Thanks for answering. No problem. No problem. But yeah, China's a game changer. Like it just is. Is it cheaper going than to order on Alibaba? So, I mean, it really depends. So maybe you came in later. However, when you're buying on Alibaba, you're dealing with a third party. You're dealing with the middleman. I don't care if they say they own the factory, whatever. You're dealing with a middleman. So, yeah. And then, depending on if you don't have a consistent, vendor, you're probably shopping around with different vendors. The thing is, once you go there, you build a connection, even if they don't ship out, because a lot of the places I go to, they don't ship, right? So you build a relationship with them, and then you have a relationship. When you're dealing with AliExpress, you might order something, that look one way, and then it comes and it's something different, or the coloring might be off, or the sizing might be off. You might be ordering plus size and you getting newborn baby size. Like, you just really never know. Do you and your customers make great profit from your purchases? So my customers, yes. I don't sell products. I sell classes. I sell information. I'm a business coach. I teach business owners how to make money. That's what I do. I sold hair in the beginning. When I first became an entrepreneur, I sold hair. That was in 2017. But I don't sell any physical products. I sell my services, which is coaching. If you want to know how to get into digital products and make money on social media, I got you. If you want to, learn about business credit, I got you. So those are the things that I do. Okay, now I'm starting to see the roses. I appreciate you guys for sending the roses. How about the price for wigs? They vary. They really, really vary. They vary. There's so many markets. The prices vary. They vary. Do you have a private class for purchase or just something in the sense of booking a call? So I don't do calls any longer. You can book a Zoom session, or if you're in Houston or want to fly to Houston, you can do a VIP lunch with me. We can do that. As far as classes, I have some replays on my website. I have a lot of different stuff. Like I said, I have an ebook on sale right now for $20. This is no fluff. Y'all want to check me out? My Instagram is Meek_University. I built a very solid foundation on Instagram. I built a multi-six-figure business on social media. I have a couple of millionaires that were created under, the strategies and tips and tools that I've taught them. So you guys can go check me out. I'm the receipt queen. This ain't no fluff. This ain't no, come spend your last $10,000 with me and I promise you. This ain't none of that. I'm the receipt queen. I'm very transparent and authentic. I'm not trying to make myself look good or nothing like some of these people on these platforms. So yeah, I have a lot of different, like I said, the ebook is $20. And so in this ebook, it gives my journey on how I quit my 9-to-5 without a savings or a plan. Never planned on being an entrepreneur, believe it or not. And how I built a really successful business. I live in Houston now, but I have a physical location in Vallejo, California. So Meek University started on social media, but there is a physical location in California. I live in Houston now. You're in Houston? I'm here. If you're in Houston, I am having a business expo. Houston Meets Cali Business Expo. I have vendors, I have speakers from Houston, from California, from New York. It is June 19th. And so the speakers are going to touch on trucking, real estate investing, personal credit, business credit, business taxes. If you guys, let me say this. If you guys are in business, it is important that you guys are paying taxes. None of us want to pay, right? But you got to pay to play. You got to pay to play. Like, if I didn't pay taxes, I wouldn't have been able to buy my home last year. So if you're making money to where you're actually making money, you do not want to write everything off. Even if your tax professional is telling you, write it all off. That is not what you want to do. That's not what we're doing. I need to connect with you ASAP. I want to be digital. Absolutely. Like, digital is, the name of my TV show is Meeks Digital Millionaires. And so each episode I'm I'm giving strategies. I don't go too deep, but each episode I'm giving the ladies strategies on digital products, So yeah, digital is definitely the way to go. Sorry, I was buffering. Did you respond to the range and the shipping costs? The shipping, it depends. Shipping depends, but it depends. So I'll say this. In my last trip in 2019, each box that was between 50 and 60 pounds would cost like $200. So they put as much stuff as they can in a box, and then it would just be a flat rate of $250. But, things have changed. So we'll have to see when they open back up. Right now, they don't want foreigners over in China, so I can't go. But as soon as they crack those gates, I will be back in China. And like I said, it's not necessarily for me. I take people over there. So I don't go over there. Like, I might buy products, just like, a few little things or whatever. But for the most part, I'm taking people over there to get stuff for their businesses. So anybody else have any questions for me? Any questions? I'm in Minnesota, but after booking a few Zoom meetings, I would love to fly and touch down in Houston. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Houston. Have you ever been to Houston before? I absolutely love it here. Like, the networking and stuff here is I love it. Atlanta, I don't too much care for Atlanta. But like I said earlier on in this Zoom, about 2 years ago, like, the bulk of my money would come from Atlanta. And so that's from, like, whether people were booking calls or strategy sessions or whatever. The bulk of it, like, Atlanta and Houston were my two top places. Always. Houston is amazing. Absolutely. I love it here. So in about, 13 days, it'll be a year ago that I moved here. I never been wanting to go. You giving me a reason to go. Yes. Houston is a whole vibe. I just love it. And I'm really like a homebody. I'm not like, I don't be, I'm old. I don't be outside turned up. I'll go to a little lounge or something, but I'm old. My daughter is 22. She be outside. I'm not outside. I want to be on the couch with a blanket. I'm from Houston. Okay. If you're still in Houston, make sure you come to the Business Expo. Houston Meets Cali Business Expo is June 19th. And it's going to be the entire day. It's literally going to be from 11 a.m. to like 9 p.m. So, yeah. Oh, where? I will be 42 years old today. I'll be 42 years old this year. My daughter is 22. But yeah, so that's it. This was my first live. I was like, let me hop on live over here. I used to always go live on Instagram. And I still will occasionally now. Like, those are my people over there, right? Like, that's where I built, that's where I built my business. Really, like, built my business. And so, you'll hear a lot of people throwing these numbers and stuff around. Like, I've literally built a multi-six-figure business on social media. So if you want it, you can do it. You have to be consistent. You have to show up and run up a bag. Like that's what it's about. You know, it's not about like the who's who and the what's what. It's really about us like changing the narrative and doing what we need to do for our kids. If you struggled any type of way growing up, it is your duty and your responsibility to make sure that your kids don't experience that same stuff. I love your vibe and energy. I pray for a genuine businesswoman to come into my path. And when I tell you, like, this is me. This is me all the time, every day. You could go look at my videos. Like, people always, you know, like when they meet me in person, they like the majority of like my friends right now are people that I met on social media. I do have my, don't get me wrong, I have my two best friends. We've been best friends since '94.